Well, what's up everyone? Welcome back to our lawn. Welcome back to the practice facility. I have what is my personal favorite lawn tool out and ready to go. We are going to get this section seeded with a little bent here, get it ready to go for the next phase of our fairway. So without further ado, let's get into it. So we're here next day. Dirt work is as done as I'm going to make it be. So you've seen me till, a little bit of raking, but basically I went through, tilled all of this both directions. Then I took my big wooden drag up and down a couple times to knock down the big piles. Then took the 36-inch landscape rake around to smooth it out a little bit. Then took my leveling rake over that again to smooth it again. My son and I just finished going through and picking up as many rocks as we could stomach to pick up. About that many rocks. And the rest I'm going to leave as is, let it get kind of washed down in. And then once we do start to mow, I will first run the reel over it just with the drum and hopefully smush any remaining rocks down into the surface so that they're not going to hook the reel. That's not what I would recommend, but it's honestly as much work as I'm willing to put in. And from there, we're just going to hope for the best. So we're going to go out with the same two varieties of bentgrass that we did in Dirt Circle down here, which are 007 and Flagstick. We're gonna do those at 3/4 pound per 1,000 each. It's time to get some seed down. Otherwise, last time you did great. We just need a little bit more
But
footage.
do you mean like move my body or the camera?
Your body. So like try to have at least like 6 or 7 seconds of every shot.
Okay.
Got it?
Okay.
And just like that, it is several weeks later, so it is time for the big reveal. So without any further ado, let's show you how we're looking. And the short answer of how we're looking is very good. I'm very pleased with where this has made it to. It will follow in the footsteps of the previous expansion of the fairway, which happens right down behind me here, where you can see the circle. It's a little bit different color. Some things in the frame that I have not talked about or made any video content on are those little sprinkler installations. So basically I wanted to experiment with PVC and what would be a more permanent below ground irrigation system, but play with it above ground just to get used to it. A cheap little introduction into what I might be able to do going forward with in-ground, at least for the practice facility. So real quick, I will talk about that. So it is the hose coming off my spigot into this Melnor 4-zone timer, which feeds out to 2 zones, which have little PVC adapters on them for hoses, 3/4 inch PVC pipe, which goes into the 3/4 inch inlets on the PJP rotor. And those were what watered my seed to get it to germinate, and then has since watered it to establish. Now I've run the same roughly fertilizer program on that I did down here, which is I've been trying to stay close to 5 pounds of a 10-10-10 at least every 2 weeks. And I've held to that. So every week or two, it's getting a 1/2 pound of nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium to help that establish. So that will be the end of the golf course developments for this year. Next spring, we'll get the rest all taken care of down along the bottom there where we have dirt. We'll finish up this little bit down here that didn't get taken care of, and we'll be good to go. Sidebar, can you see this side versus this side? Over here is a fairway expansion that I did to come out and pick up some more of this bent grass and to make this mowing make more sense here. What I want to talk about and what I will show you here is what I did, which is basically take 3-inch tall grass that was all dead, laid over on itself, looking terrible, scalped it down, ran a Sunjo over it, scalped it down, ran a Sunjo over it, scalped it down, ran a Sunjo over it, and it has just all come back and it's starting to fill in and it looks so good compared to where it looked before. So if you do have some bent grass problem areas, maybe mixed in with some fine fescue and a little bit of rye, and you want to go from tall to low, just send that thing. It's at 0.45 right now, doing incredibly well. Green's at 3/16 of an inch, managed with the John Deere. Fairway is at 0.45, managed with the Toro, on its way to 0.4. The other real mode sections are managed with the Jacobson at as tall as I can get it, which is about 0.62. 0.63, somewhere in there. And so yeah, there you go. There is yet another video on my channel showing you yet another process that I have used successfully to get grass seed to germinate. And the moral of the story is you don't need peat moss. You just need time, effort, water. And you really just need water. If you can water, doesn't matter what your soil looks like, doesn't matter what any of this looks like. If you can water your grass seed, it's going to germinate and you're going to be happy with the results. So thank you so much for watching. We're getting into year in review season. So there's some interesting stuff that I believe is going to be in those year in review videos this year for my backyard and front yard specifically, as well as the putting green for those of you that are trying to do that. A lot that I've learned this year, a lot of lessons I can pass on to you. So please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Follow along, make sure you got the notifications set so you can see those videos when they come out. I do believe they will be very helpful for you. As always, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.